And we are back. And I just want to say something. You guys got yourself into some good trouble when you picked up these tutorials. All right. I am going to do a really cool graphic, something that a lot of you guys may use, okay? I'm going to make a text face graphic. That's a graphic where the text wraps around the face and it makes a really, really cool effect, all right? So here goes. For this one, we're going to use this picture of the Joker. Really, really cool picture. And that's it. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Okay, so we have this guy here. So first thing that we're going to do in order to get the stuff to kind of wrap around his face a little bit, we're going to make a displacement map. All right. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to this guy and we're going to play with this one and then save as. Okay, we're not going to save over this file. We're just going to play with it and then save as and then reopen this file. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our adjustments and we're going to go down to black and white. It looks black and white, but we don't quite know. Okay. So we're going to go right here to black and white, and because there could be color information in this photograph, but we don't know. Just to make sure, we're going to get rid of all of that and make it totally black and white. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to blur it out. So we're going to go over here to filter, and we're going to go down to blur and go to Gaussian blur. Okay. So if we pull this one back, you're going to see that right here. Oh, let's go right here. You know, it's really, really clear. Okay. So we're just going to blur this out just a little bit. Okay. Just blur this out. And that's fine. We just want a little bit of a blur. That helps the displacement map. Okay. So we're going to hit OK. And that's cool. We're going to take that one and we're going to save as. Now, the thing about these, if something doesn't quite look right, you can always go back in and redo everything. Okay. But we're going to take that, and because that was destructive, and we're not going to save, we're going to save as. Okay. And we're going to name that one Joker Displacement. And we're going to make sure that we save it as a Photoshop file. All right. Displacement maps do not work unless they're Photoshop files. So save that as a PSD Photoshop file. Okay. And we're going to save that. And we're going to close it. And then we're going to open up that original Joker file. Okay, we have our original. Okay, so now we're going to add some text to this. So what I did was I went and I found a website that has a bunch of Dark Knight Joker quotes. Okay, so I went and I just pretty much just copied this because I think it'd be cool. You can use whatever type. You can even type out your words or your fonts. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We're going to go right here to type, and you can make our letters whatever we want, but I'm going to make mine white, so we can go right here. Just click on white. It's already white, and we're just going to click. I'm going to click right at the top, and we're going to paste. Okay, so now we have these words here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and you can see that it made its own layer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this type tool. I'm going to click anywhere, and I'm going to select Command A or select all. So you can go right here to select all. And what that does is that as long as you grab the type tool and you grabbed anywhere in that type, it selects it all. And we're gonna find us a nice font to use, something kind of cool. And we could start to circle through, and I want something kind of cool. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. This script is kind of cool. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna go, and I need to play with a little bit more. So I'm gonna go to Window. I'm gonna go to Character. And we're just gonna pull this out, okay? And that, because I want, see, the thing about it is that I like this, but I want the words to be closer to each other. I mean, the lines, okay? So I'm gonna go, that's a little bit too close. Let's go in closer here. No, that's a little bit too close. So let's go down another. Let's go to 20. Okay. All right. So let's go back. The closer the lines are to one another, to me, the better this stuff looks. Okay. And all right. So I'm also going to go back over here. And because there's some of these lines, I want it to be, I don't want any spaces. All right. And actually, as opposed to adding a little bit more, I'm just going to make this whole thing just a little bit bigger so that we can really truly cover this face. All right. Cool. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to apply. And I'm going to grab again, and I'm going to press select all, because what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to double click on our layer. All right, I double clicked the wrong thing. So let me go right here and select all, which is selecting all the fonts. And I'm going to double click on this layer. We're going to bring this up, and we're going to go right here to stroke. Okay, and we're going to add a stroke to that line. All right, so right now you have the white lines and you have a black stroke around it, which is a really, really thick stroke. Okay, so let's go right here and let's click on that, and you can see that size, there's a lot of points to that, and that's what you want it to be. Okay, you see that you make it really, really, really thick so that it covers up everything, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, as long as you can see that, a really, really thick stroke. Okay. Now we're going to hit OK. All right, so now we're going to add the displacement map to the words, but the only problem is that this is a text, and you can't add a displacement map to the text, so you have to either change it. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull it down here to make new layer, and I'm going to copy that. So now we have two of those layers. So I'm going to get rid of that one, come down to this one. And this one I'm going to right click, and you could do one of two things. You can convert to smart object, or you can rasterize the type. Okay, I'm going to convert to smart. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this layer, okay, is I'm going to add that displacement map. Okay, so we're going to go right here to filter. We're going to go down here to stylize. We're going to go to distort displace. Now, I showed you this before. It depends on what you have. I'm just going to leave it at 5, but you can change it to 10 and 10 or 12 and 12. It just depends on what you have, but I'm going to leave it right here at 5. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take it up to around about 7. Okay, you leave these the same defaulted, okay, which is stretch to fit and repeat X pixels. All right, you click OK. Now you have to go back here, Joker replacement. You click on that, click open, and you see how it kind of warped itself a little bit right there. All right, so now what we're going to do is like, oh, well, I can't see anything. With that same layer, you go straight up right here and you go down to multiply. And look at that, my friends. How cool is that? That font is just wrapping around his face. That looks awesome. And that could be a fantastic t-shirt graphic, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save as, and I'm going to throw that bad boy on a t-shirt. So we're going to, we have this one here, and we can save that artwork. We can also go right here to save as. Okay, we're going to Joker T Art. Okay, we can leave it as a PSD, but I'm just going to make it, I'm going to make this one a JPEG. Actually, I am going to make it a Photoshop file. And click on that. And I'm going to open up a t-shirt. Okay, so we have a t-shirt here, and I'm going to place that artwork here because we're going to have to do something to it. We're going to place that artwork. You have that bad boy here. And I'm just going to go around and shave some of the excess off. All right, I could do it with my eraser tool, or I can make a mask. So I can pull this one down here. Click on that mask, and we're going to go over here to where it's black. Pull up my opacity. Go around. Take the opacity of that bad boy down a little bit. All right, make it a little bit bigger. And look at that outstanding t-shirt. That is just a little bit of fun. I told you guys got into some really good trouble, and you could do this with any type of shirt, any type of picture. I just used the Joker, but any photograph of anyone famous, and wrap that text around and have yourself some fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. Try it, practice it, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace and blessings.